I was looking for Christmas presents for my adult children, which are becoming increasingly hard to shop for, and I ran across these self-heated mugs, which look kind of cool, but were kind of expensive. So I looked around, bought the least expensive one I could find that had decent reviews. But anyway, I bought it, and I was curious about how well it would work. So I bought a wireless thermometer and decided to test it out. Before we get started, we should probably talk about this thing a little bit. It doesn't get its heat from the pad it sits on because it's totally independent. You can take it with you and it heats itself. It's got batteries inside and a heating element, so it really is self-contained, which is very cool. But that means you can't put it in the dishwasher, and because it's made out of metal and a lithium-ion battery, I assume, you certainly can't put it in the microwave, which means you hand wash it. But that, for me, that wasn't an issue at all. Let me tell you how it works. It's really simple. You just press this button to turn it on. It's got 3 levels, low, medium, and high. You just repeatedly press that button to cycle through those settings and to get back to the off position. And then these blue lights down here, that tells you how much the battery is charged. So I made some coffee in my Keurig, and I stuck the thermometer in this little popsicle stick and put it in so it was about an inch below the surface. And I waited. One of the cool things about this thermometer is that it has a time graph that shows the temperature over time. So I let that run. I'm one of those who likes drinking my coffee without a lid on top. That's why I was looking at this, because I don't like drinking out of thermoses and those little tiny holes. I like just, using it as a normal cup. So I made some coffee in my Keurig and stuck the thermometer in, and here's what the results were. On high heat without a lid, it kept it at about 144 degrees for about an hour and a half, which is more than enough for me to drink my coffee. I then tested it on medium heat, no lid, and it kept it at 126 degrees for 2.5 hours. Then it does come with a lid, so if you're one of those who isn't put off by the lids, you can put that on there, and it'll keep it at 152 degrees for 3 hours. So notice it keeps it warmer for almost double the time with a lid, which is what you'd expect. So here's a composite of the results. One thing I should mention is it does take 4 to 5 hours to recharge this thing. So let's say it takes you an hour and a half to drink your cup of coffee and you want to do it without a lid. You'll have to wait 4 to 5 hours for it to recharge before you can have your second cup of coffee. On the other hand, if you put the lid on there and it only takes you an hour to drink your coffee, you could have 3 cups of coffee and not even have to worry recharging it. I was impressed. I like it. I thought it was kind of expensive for what you get, but then I got thinking about it. I have spent a lot more on cordless tools that I have used a lot less and gotten a lot less enjoyment out of. So, make your own decision, but I'm pretty pleased with this thing. Maybe this will work as an idea for Christmas presents for you too. In any case, let's talk about that thermometer. I was really impressed with that thing. It wasn't much, around $20. And I just like this display. It tells you how the battery's charged in the thermometer itself. The base is charged, how strong the signal is between the two of them. And it keeps a timeline of the temperature as it goes. And ultra simple to use. You just put in the temperature you want it to go at and click the start button, and it'll play a tune of your choice when it's done. So far, I've been very impressed with it. One little pro tip: if it gets below a certain temperature and sits for a while, it'll smartly go into standby mode. There's a little button on the base, which looks great, by the way. Look at that wood around the edges. You just press that button, it wakes it up. In any case, thank you. Have a great day. And if you subscribe, be assured that I will pester you with more stuff that cross my path. Take care.